How much can you contribute to a health insurance FSA? Have you ever wondered how much you can actually put into a health flexible spending account? For the year 2025, the Internal Revenue Service has set the contribution limit at $3,300 for each employee. This is an increase of $100 from the previous year. Contributing to an FSA is a smart move since these contributions are made with pre-tax dollars. This means you can lower your taxable income while saving for qualified medical expenses that your insurance might not cover. If you and your spouse both have access to separate FSAs through your employers, you can each contribute the full amount. This allows for a combined total of $6,600 for your household. It's a great way to maximize your savings for healthcare costs. Employers can also chip in to your FSA, but remember that the total contributions from both you and your employer cannot exceed the IRS limit. So, if your employer contributes, make sure to factor that into your total to avoid going over the limit. Now, what happens if you don't use all the money in your FSA by the end of the year? Well, some plans allow you to carry over unused funds into the next plan year. For 2025, you can carry over up to $660, which is 20% of the contribution limit. This carryover option gives you a little more flexibility with your funds. Here are some key points to keep in mind about health FSAs. Contributions are made through payroll deductions, which are exempt from federal income tax, Social Security tax, and Medicare tax. Participation in an FSA is optional, but once you choose to enroll for the year, you generally cannot make changes unless you experience a qualifying life event. It's important to note that self-employed individuals cannot participate in an FSA. Also, remember that FSAs operate on a use-it-or-lose-it basis, meaning that if you don't use the funds, you may lose them. However, the carryover provision helps mitigate that risk. In summary, for the year 2025, the maximum contribution to a health insurance FSA is $3,300 per individual. If both spouses participate in separate FSAs, the total can reach $6,600. Always keep in mind any employer contributions and the rules regarding carryovers when planning your contributions.